So, if you're in Vietnam and you've tried to open Telegram lately, you've probably hit a brick wall. All of a sudden, one of the most popular messaging apps is just blocked. In this explainer, we're going to break down exactly why that's happening and, more importantly, walk you through the best ways to get back online. Are you just staring at that endless connecting message? Yeah, you are not alone. We're going to cut right through all the confusion and give you a super clear guide to getting back on Telegram, both securely and reliably. All right, first things first, let's be crystal clear. This isn't just some random server outage. Nope. There's a very specific official reason that Telegram has been blocked all across Vietnam. The big moment happened in late May 2025. Vietnam's technology ministry gave a really clear directive to all the internet service providers in the country, telling them to block Telegram. This confirms it was a coordinated, top-down action, not just some technical glitch. And here it is, the official reason. The government cited Telegram's non-cooperation with their investigations into criminal activity happening on the platform. And understanding this is key because it tells us the block is driven by policy and, it probably won't be lifted anytime soon. So that's the problem. But the story definitely doesn't end there. There are several really solid workarounds to get your access back. Let's break down the 3 main approaches you can take. Your 3 main options are these. You can use Telegram's own web version, you can set up something called a proxy right inside the app itself, or you can use a tool called a cloud browser. Each one has its own pros and cons, so let's actually compare them. Okay, this table breaks down the trade-offs really clearly. A VPN, well, it protects your whole device, but honestly, that can be overkill just for one app. A proxy is way more targeted, it's just for Telegram, but you have to be able to trust your provider. And then you've got the cloud browser, which is awesome for managing multiple accounts, but it does work through a separate dashboard. The key here is to match the tool to what you actually need to do. Now, the source material for this explainer focuses really heavily on one of these options in particular, the cloud browser. So let's use it as a deep dive example to see why it's so often recommended for power users and teams. So what in the world is a cloud browser? Well, think of it like a streaming service, kind of like Netflix, but for a web browser. The browser itself is running on some powerful remote computer, and you just see the video stream of it on your screen. This means nothing from the web ever touches your actual machine, which gives you this incredible layer of isolation and security. The specific tool that's used as an example in our source is called Sendwin. It's a type of cloud browser that's really built for people who need to manage a bunch of different accounts, prioritize their privacy, and collaborate with a team. And the process is actually pretty straightforward. First, you create an account, you pick a plan. From there, you launch a clean, totally isolated browser session in the cloud. Now, the key step is right here. You assign a proxy just for that session. Then you just go to Telegram's web address, log in, and bam, you're good to go. So that gets you access. But the real reason this method gets so much attention is because of all the features that are designed for way more than just casual chatting. Let's look at a few. This one is huge. I mean, every single tab or session you open is completely isolated from the others. That means you can be logged into your personal Telegram, your work Telegram, and maybe a client's Telegram all at the same time in the same window with zero risk of them conflicting. No more logging in and out constantly. It's a lifesaver. Now, this next feature is a total game changer for security. Imagine a teammate needs to cover a support channel for you. Instead of sharing your password, which is a huge no-no, you can share the logged-in session itself. They get access without ever seeing your login details, and you can pull that access back at any moment. And you can take that even further by setting a timer on that shared session. So if you give someone access for just 1 hour, it automatically expires right after that hour is up. It's a really simple way to make sure access is never left open by accident. Okay, let's pivot to security, because let's be real, using these tools is one thing, but using them safely is what really matters. Here are some absolutely essential best practices you need to keep in mind. It is so vital to understand that not all Telegram chats are created equal.
By default, you're in what's called a cloud chat. Yeah, it's encrypted, but Telegram holds the key. For true, real privacy, you have to manually start a secret chat, which is end-to-end encrypted. That means only you and the person you're talking to can ever read the messages. Period.
So let's pull this all together into a final security checklist. Number 1, always use secret chats for sensitive information. 2, only use proxy providers you actually trust, never some random free one you find online. 3, be careful with bots in big groups. 4, keep your different accounts separated in different sessions. And finally, please enable two-factor authentication. It is one of your single best defenses. So this all leaves us with a much bigger question, right? Access to our digital spaces is clearly pretty fragile. The real takeaway here isn't just about one app in one country, it's about being proactive. In a world of constantly shifting digital borders, how are you going to make sure you can always protect both your access and your privacy?